My name is Aklakur. I'm a former Morpeth student and I'm currently pursuing a career in law. Secondary school was really good. I really enjoyed my time in secondary school, especially because it was a big leap from primary to secondary, so it's really a huge opportunity for me. Most of the teachers, thankfully, were really supportive of my career path for law because they really helped me encourage my choice for career path in law, especially because it's really difficult for a path to pursue law. So, and that's what I aspired to be ever since primary school. Well, work experience, I mentioned year 10, I worked here for work experience. I did an administrative assistant. And as for activities, I did badminton for a while. And I was in a debate club for a while too, since year 9, year 10, and then obviously year 11 GCSEs came, so I couldn't do it. A long time ago, I did an administrative assistant, and I pretty much did most admin jobs, just filing. I did Excel on spreadsheets and organising the events that EBP back then they were called, they carried out, and I took telephone calls from other clients. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I pretty much helped organise the events that they're carrying out back then. English was my favourite subject ever since primary school and secondary school. So I chose English for university instead of law because it required me to go through an open-minded approach through English, and analysing like books and novels, etc. Not just novels, even like non-fiction stuff like newspaper, journalists, articles, etc. I chose English because that really fascinated me about how I can approach literature or just any other text. So I feel like that would really help me and benefit me in the long run in case the career path in law doesn't work out. I can be flexible and do journalism or media or other stuff. So that really helps me. There was for my dissertation, my personal project, I did the Divine Comedy. That one was that's my favourite novel from back then. And I did a lot of old texts from like the 12th, 13th century, like Beowulf. For my favourite, there was a bunch of Shakespearean texts that I really enjoyed. 40% of it, surprisingly, is just reading, like just reading the text by itself. That's the 40%. The remaining percent, like I think 30% of it is like mostly analysis, so rereading it back and forth, analysing the text, seeing what it's about. And then the remaining 20% is like research, where you're research the author, the background, why they wrote the text the way it is, the context behind writing the novel or text at the time, what was going on either politically, economically, etc. Pre-med was my main one, to be honest. That was one I really set my sights on ever since secondary school. One, because it's convenient for me because it's right around the corner where I live, and secondly because of its reputation. I really liked pre-med university. It's a massive step up from like secondary school and college as well, because it required me to go to the seminar and the lecture room, which was massive at the time because it was like a few months in when I was in campus. It was a great experience, especially the facilities there too is way more versatile compared to college, where I had like a lot more libraries and I had open access to all the books there, so that was good. But I mentioned the first few months because 2020 came along and then COVID happened, so that pretty much cut short. So then the remainder of my 2 years in uni was at home and doing online seminars and lectures. There's a seminar and then there's separate buildings for the seminar. We attend them and then it's pretty much the same except we're face to face. I find that more comfortable instead of being in the video call because I can actually communicate with them in person. To pursue law, thankfully it's changed because way back then you had to get a law degree to get a career in law. But over the years it's changed, so now they're recruiting more people or candidates that haven't taken law. They're chosen like either maths, engineering, English, for example for me. So I believe English is more flexible because I could be more open-minded about how I approach my job if I get a job in the future or my training contract. I believe English is really suitable for that. I can be really flexible with how I can analyze documents, etc. Confirm spot for a job. That unfortunately didn't work out, but I was still looking for jobs, mostly admin, because one, that's like the most experience I have, because I have like a month and a half worth of admin experience. So I would start from there and build up my experience until later on in the future I could attend a training contract, and then I could again take an LPC or SQE test, and then I can officially become a solicitor slash lawyer. And then from there I apply for more law firms, and then hopefully I gain my experience and build up my my skills. I didn't want to be a writer, but I did have certain doubts, especially during secondary school and college too, because it did require me at the time to go to law school and take the degree, etc. And law schools are pretty expensive, like attending it and everything, and there's no guarantee that I would pass. So if I didn't pass, then I have to pay for it all over again. So I did have certain doubts, and then that's why I took English, because if law didn't work out, like in the long term or short term, then I would do like a journalism or media, or I could work as an admin or IT. COVID was a major impact in my life during uni, because like I said, I couldn't really experience university life, graduating. And I thought about, when I told you earlier about the few people that did doubt me, saying, oh, it's pretty hard, you're not going to be able to graduate from uni, you can't take A-levels and get to uni and graduate. But then I was there and I was like, I got a 2-1, I got a pretty decent result, and I made it up there in front of everyone, and I got my seal of approval. I would say be persistent, because even after the third year of uni, when COVID was pretty much almost sorted out, the uni was still open, I could have had the opportunity to enter or attend a society or do other stuff and make the most of my time during uni, but I couldn't, because I thought it's too late now. I might as well focus on the remaining projects that I have. And even though it's daunting, because you have in the third year it's especially much more difficult, I'll still say make the most of your uni life, because in the future, hopefully there's not another pandemic or epidemic during that time. I'll say make the most of your time in uni, because you really get the most out of the uni experience if you either attend societies, make connections with other people, with your peers, friends, etc. You can attend other events too that the Queen Mary or other universities they arrange, and you can participate in it and get further experience. I can definitely say that my teachers and my supervisors back in the secondary school, they really contributed a lot, because they, like I said earlier, they encouraged me to pursue my career in law, especially when it is really tough, but they still encouraged me. For the next, I think 2 or 3 years, they said, I could still go there and ask for career advice or CV advice, so I can always rely on them. So if I need help when I'm job searching or for interviews, for example, I could rely on them. There's also work experience / jobs that they also offer for alumni too, and also internships that they also provide via newsletters through email. That's also really helpful, so they can help me start my footing somewhere. All I can say is one advice I can give is that if you have a passion for something, pursue it, don't doubt it, just go with it. Like, even though it may seem tough, but if you truly feel passionate about it, then you can do it. I got a D for English, and I got just a passing grade for law and history. But it wasn't as much as I wanted, but ultimately I got a position in Queen Mary. I could have done better, I could have done this, could have done that, but all I can say is don't cling onto the past too much, because as long as you got to where you are now, I think it'll be all sorted. I didn't really dread back on it too much, because I ultimately got a position in Queen Mary